TGC might be relatively young, but I've been planning on doing something like this for a very long time. In fact, I got a camera all the way back in 2006 for the express purpose of making a YouTube channel. And a mere 3 years later, I made my debut with this, the top 5 games of 2009. Now, of course, it was almost completely ignored because nobody knew who I was. But hey, 5 years on, I think it's interesting to look back on. Maybe you will too. Happy New Year. I'm Josh Wallen. I'm awesome! 2009. You brought us some of the best in this, the 7th generation of video game consoles. You know, I played a lot of games in the past year, and with that in mind, I bring you my top 5 games of 2009. Not that I would ever try to rip off Screw Attack.
Number 5.
Oh, I can hear the nitpickers now.
But Josh, Mirror's Edge was released on November 12th, 2008.
True. But the PC version, which, as we all know, any real gamer would prefer above all else, came out on January 13th, 2009. Thus, it makes the list. In any case, Mirror's Edge was a blast. It had a striking, contrasting visual design, parkour-inspired gameplay, and a theme song that still will give me chills just thinking about it. While there are a few infinite issues and the story is at best average, I'm not one to let that get in the way of one hell of a gameplay concept. With a few tweaks and a little tightening, the sequel to this could be one of the best games ever. Mirror's Edge, here's to ya.
Number 4.
Holy crap! Now, I am by no means a technical wizard when it comes to fighting games. I generally prefer my games to be easy to learn and possible to master, but that's what actually makes Street Fighter 4, and the series as a whole, so freaking awesome. The fighting system is easy to understand, and so it all comes down to timing and crunch. This game flows like few other fighters, has an excellent cast of unique and different feeling characters, and has a final boss that, even on normal, will piss you off just enough to try beating him one more time. Seth, you bastard.
Number 3.
Like a lot of people, I was more than a little put off when Valve announced Left 4 Dead 2. As someone who knows and loves Valve as much as anyone, this was a very un-Valve-like move. I mean, releasing a sequel to a game a mere year after release, that's for losers like EA. But Valve put that uneasiness to rest. I can't deny the awesomeness of Left 4 Dead 2. 5 new campaigns, 4 new survivors, infected busting melee weapons like the fire axe and the katana, and oh yes, Ellis. You're such a badass.
Number 2.
You know, back when I was a kid in the 16-bit era, I remember looking ahead to the future of video games. And I didn't envision endless war shooters, armor-clad soldiers in every other game, and certainly not regenerating health by hiding behind cover. No, I envisioned this. New Super Mario Bros. Wii is, without question, without hyperbole, my favorite Mario game, at least since Super Mario 64. I think my favorite thing about it is that for the first time in a long time, Nintendo's not afraid to kick your ass. In its later levels, the game approaches that old-school Nintendo hard that so many of us have longed for. Throw in a completely chaotic multiplayer and some fun new power-ups, and you've almost got the most fun I had with a game this year. What could possibly be better than a game that exemplifies everything I love about old-school gaming?
Number 1.
Jump! We were almost in that.
A game that, in contrast, shows everything to love about modern gaming. 2009 will always be remembered as the year the old PS triple finally came into its own. And no game exemplifies this better than Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. It finally made me feel like the $400 that I didn't want to blow on this beast of a console seemed justified. Everything about this game is complete. From the well-developed story, to the likable and engaging characters, to the most important facet. Unlike so many modern games, Uncharted 2 never loses the sight of what it is, a video game. You know, it bugs me how many people have said something to the effect of, "Wow, it's like a movie." Even Sony's own advertising did this. To compare this game to a movie is to do it and the industry as a whole, a disservice. I've always believed that video games are better than movies, and no game proves this better than Uncharted 2. The story informs the gameplay rather than the other way around. And that gameplay is so rock solid, well polished, and just flat out fun that Uncharted 2 deserves nothing less than to be known as the best of 2009.
So there you have it, my personal top 5 games of '09. If you want to leave me a comment or make any suggestions about future videos, feel free to do so. If you just want to whine that I didn't put Modern Warfare 2 on the list, don't waste your time.